Welcome to the Yessy's Designs Knitting Podcast, episode 27. As you can tell, I am not in my studio in Connecticut anymore. I am not in the States anymore. You must be right if you have been following my podcast for a while. We are in Colombia with my family on vacation. Right now we are in Cartagena, and there is a lot going on in this spot where we are right now. This is the Artisan Market. So I haven't been inside. I'm gonna go there in a moment. I'm gonna show you footage of that. In the back you can hear music. We have mapale, cumbia. We were there for about an hour and a half recording footage of the dances. This is the type of dances that we did all the way from kindergarten to 11th grade. Believe it or not, I used to dance like that. I cannot even picture myself doing this type of dances anymore at all. But it's so cool to see my children enjoying that. I think my son, he's not gonna have too much storage left on his phone. He's been recording non-stop. I'm carrying here my bag from Mood Living, and I have a shawl, a maple shawl that I was working on in the States. I finished it, I brought it for pictures. We took a lot of pictures. Honestly, I don't know if the pictures are gonna be too great. The light was a little off. We came late in the day. My husband was tired, my kids were tired, everybody was tired, I was tired. So I don't know how the pictures look, so we're gonna try again tomorrow for another set of pictures from different pieces. So this episode is gonna be a surprise for you as it is for me. I know I'm gonna show you the music. I know I'm gonna show you knitting. So this episode is gonna be a little different from the previous ones. We just got a new setup with the mics. So what we are thinking, my son and I, of doing is that we are just gonna record wherever we are. Let's see how it's gonna go, but I'm really excited. We are super happy to be here. We're not gonna be here for too long. So we are trying to do as much as we can. So enjoy, sit down. I'm not even gonna tell you relax, because I think from all the music and the dances, you are not gonna feel like relaxing. But bring your knitting, your crochet, your drink of choice, your hobby of choice, and just sit back and enjoy this episode. I'll see you again in another segment. We are here now in the Artisan Festival. I have never attended this festival before, so I'm gonna go around different booths. My son is the one taking the video. So if there is any talking happening, I don't think I'm gonna be able to translate too much, but hi. But let's start. Now you're gonna hear again a lot of noise and everything. People here is super chatty, they love to talk and everything, so there might be conversations in between. That's what I'm expecting, but come on, let's take a look at the different booths. Look how beautiful these are. Everything in these markets are handmade. Look how delicate. I think I already spotted my favorite. Look at this. I love butterflies, and this is just precious. Okay, let's move on to another booth. Buenas, ¿cómo está?
Bien, gracias a Dios.
Me alegro.
Todo hecho a mano.
Todo hecho a mano, ¿cierto? ¿Y este qué material es?
Conchas naturales, armejas.
So all of this is made out of shells, like this one. Todos los aretes, todo.
Todo se parte por trozo y se encapsula con resina, vidrio líquido.
Okay, so they break it into little pieces and they apply resin.
Ideales para alimentos fríos y calientes también.
So this is for cold and hot food. But look how pretty these are. Can you show the jewelry over there? What I'm also expecting that you're gonna see is me making a bunch of mistakes in English with the accent, the grammar, and everything. It's like something in my brain gets a little off when I'm trying to talk or speak in both languages. So bear with me. Look over here.
Para darle estos colores se le echa una base de un pigmento natural.
So they add some natural pigments to achieve colors like this one. Yo tengo unos así en mi casa y una bandeja como esas. Precioso su trabajo.
No he comprado los aretes todavía. los tengo con acero, los broches con darle.
Gracias. Ahorita vuelvo, mientras termino de grabar, sigo y voy volviendo. Look at this. These are the things that keep me very inspired. Now, what I'm also hoping to see is that you're going to see a bunch of colors together. As I mentioned in another episode, we are not thinking too much of what color goes with that, with the color wheel, anything like that. We love every color together. So this is a perfect example. Can you show them here, Sam? Look at all of these. These are keychains with Miyuki beads. And the only reason I know that because my aunt from Cayena Accesorios, she makes work like this one. Now let's keep moving on. Now this is also, ¿cómo estás? This is also the kind of earrings that I used to wear a lot when I was living here. And when I go back home, I try to bring something made out of this material. So this is all natural fibers. Now here they color it. ¿Cómo es que se llama el material este?
Palma de Iraca.
Ah, palma de Illaca. Precioso. And now look at these delicate earrings and colors over here. Y esto es en crochet. ¿Y quién los hace usted? Hermosos. El podcast que estoy grabando es de tejido, de 2 agujas. Que yo soy tejedora, pero lo único que yo no sé mucho de crochet, sé poquito. So I'm going to show you these crochet pieces. Look at these. These are the ones that caught my eye right away. Look at these beautiful colors. Oye, están hermosos. Hermosos. ¿Tú tienes tarjetica? So on the link in the description, on the description below, I'm gonna link, and I don't know what they have. They're gonna give me a card, most likely it's a website, so you can take a look at the work. Gracias. Afro Bendito. Las voy a guardar para ponértelas en el podcast. Tienes Instagram también. ¿Y quién lo manejas tú? Bueno, yo te mando una foto y te aviso cuando esté el podcast. Sammy, you can go back and show them here in the booth. No, like back here and show them in the booth. ¡Qué hermoso! Gusto en conocerte. Perdón. Now, if I could have just this as project bags, I would be a very happy knitter. ¿Cómo estás? Me encanta. Siempre que vengo busco una mochila. Me encanta, muchas gracias.
Bueno, este es un bolso llamado Cuatro Tetas. Se llama Cuatro Tetas por su figura que tiene.
So that is called 4 boobs.
Y es de una fibra llamada tetera. Son del Valle del Cauca y de Nariño, tejidas por una tribu indígena que a partir de los 4 años se ganan el sustento de vida tejiendo esta clase de material. Son un poco costosos porque esta fibra dura hasta 15 días para poder coger el color, porque hay unos que vienen en su tono natural, pero hay otros que vienen teñidos, por ejemplo, como este que estoy aquí tocando, que está fucsia y su color combinado con su color natural. Pero para poder coger este tono, las indígenas que lo tejen nos comentan que duran hasta 15 días para que pueda coger el color. Por eso es un poquito costoso.
Okay, I'm not going to translate everything, but girls, since they are 4 years old, they know how to make this 4 boobs bag. The color that this bag has takes about 15 days to be achieved. And it's a little expensive because of all of that. So this is one of the things that I always talk about when I'm here, when I see the indigenous communities. This is something that goes from grandmother to mother to daughter. It's very common to see a group of women from the older to the youngest as she just said, like 4 years old, knowing already how to work on these pieces. Take that.
Eperaras y Apidara es el nombre del pueblo indígena donde son fabricados nuestros bolsos cuatro tetas.
So that is the name that she just said is the name of the place where this indigenous community is located. ¿Tú tienes una tarjeta?
Claro.
Yo te aviso cuando salga el podcast, te mando un mensaje. Están hermosos, todos. Gusto en conocerte. ¿Y tu nombre es Sara?
No, esa es mi hija.
¿Tu hija?
Mi hija. Hace 2 años y medio nos nació después de la pandemia. Mi esposo quedó sin trabajo. Entonces estábamos desesperados, no sabíamos qué hacer y con una hija todavía menor de edad estudiando su bachillerato. Se nos ocurrió empezar este emprendimiento y gracias a Dios nos ha ido excelente. Ya hacemos pedidos nacionales e internacionales. Hasta en Europa nos han pedido nuestros exclusivos bolsos.
Ay, qué linda tu historia. So she started this with her daughter. Her daughter is very young, and the husband lost the job during the pandemic. So she and the daughter started this creative business. So they work with indigenous communities, and they have all of this available. They have people getting these pieces from all over the world. So she gave me a card. I'm also gonna put the link in the description below, so you can take a look on the things that she has available there. Gusto en conocerla. Cuídese. Yo le escribo. Yesenia. Ahora antes de irme te doy la tarjeta que está metida aquí para que no saque. Yo te la doy. Besitos. Okay, let's turn around carefully and let's go. So here we have more YU bags, different styles. Some even have lace. I haven't not seen these ones before. I have a bunch of these type of bags and I just love them a lot. So one of the pieces that it's gonna be coming in the fall is inspired again by these YU bags. I always try to have a piece or two in the year that is YU inspired, Colombian inspired, so that is something that you're gonna be seeing later. Okay, let's move on. Follow me, my handsome son. Buenas, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo le ha ido? ¡Qué hermoso! Los hacen a mano, ¿cierto? Let me take a look at this. This is also handmade. Bracelets, little gifts. Now let's move a little further. Let's take a look at all of these colors here. ¿Cómo estás? So take a look at this. This is a beautiful example of, it's like a mix of a sombrero volteado with different colors. It's beautiful. So the original sombrero volteado looks a lot like this. That is the inspiration for my Esteban cowl and the Esteban beanie. But the original one doesn't have all the colors. It's usually beige and black. But now, you know, we are creative people, so now we mix everything, different colors, now in a cup. It's amazing. ¿Cómo está? Mucho gusto, Yesenia. Yo tengo un podcast de tejido, yo soy diseñadora de tejidos. Tengo un podcast en YouTube, entonces estoy de pasada mostrando las cosas. ¿Tienes tarjetica? Exacto. Se les acabó. Ok, ¿y dónde tienes el nombre de tu lugar? Okay, they don't have a card, but Sammy, can you show here? This is their business. ¿Y qué tienen ustedes? Instagram, website, ¿qué tienen? Instagram. Ok, ¿cómo se llama? Sí, Artesanía Caña Flecha. Okay, so if you want to go to their Instagram, you have to go to Artesanias Caña Flecha. Take a look at this letter, the N with the little thing on the top, and there you can see more of their work. Hermoso trabajo. ¿Su nombre es?
Nidia Sofía de Luis Sierra.
Muy hermoso. ¿Y usted trabaja con comunidades indígenas?
Bueno, es que esto es indígena, esto es de indígena. Ya yo no trabajo porque ya mis manos no me dan para eso.
Voy a
Pero
parar un
mi-
ratico como para medio traducir. Okay? So she knows how to make these kind of bags, but her hands hurt too much. Her hands cannot deal with it anymore, so she works with other people.
mis familiares sí tienen allá en el pueblo donde se cultiva la planta, ellos tejen, entonces me envían acá.
So her family who lives in an area where this material is grown, they make these bags and then they send them to her.
Yo lo comercializo todo lo que me
Ella es la
mandan.
manager.
Claro,
She's the manager.
soy la que pongo la ventana acá para que todo el mundo la mire.
She's the beautiful face of the job. Hay mucho gusto en conocerla, señora Nidia.
Gracias igualmente.
Cuídese.
Tengo la tarjetita.
Bueno, pero ya yo la sigo. Yo le mando un mensaje.
Eso.
Cuídese. My daughter wanted to show me something that she really likes. So is this a bracelet or a stress ball? Mira qué hermosa. So beautiful. All this work is so delicate. Buena. Señora, esto es como para el estrés, ¿verdad? ¿O es una pulsera?
No precisamente, también es una pulsera.
Ah, okay, that's a bracelet. It's not a stress thing. And the only reason that I'm saying that is because we have something similar at home that is for stress. That looks like a bracelet, looks a lot like that, but it's not. It's just to relieve stress. This work is so delicate. Now over here, I don't think I have ever shown this before, but this is also something that I used to do before I got married. I would get bags or hats or fabric and I would paint on them and sell them and all of that. Very similar to this style. And the ladies that I used to paint on the fabric, they were usually like this, faceless. I love the style, but more than that is because my faces were not that great. So I just made them like that, all the faces. So here we have some crochet happening, we have some keychains, we have some headbands, we have some beads, beautiful, beautiful work. ¿Y tu nombre es? Karen. So Karen is now crocheting something. I'm going to ask her what she's crocheting so she can talk about it. Pues dime que estás tejiendo.
Hola, mi nombre es Karen, mi emprendimiento se llama Artesanal, estoy tejiendo mochila en un hilo que se llama cordón de seda. Cordón de seda. Sí.
¿Y la base?
La base, como somos artesanos, compartimos saberes, ella es palma de Irak. Es también de artesano propio, de indígenas propios de allá de Sinú.
So the bottom of the crochet bag, as you could see, it's palma de yaca. So this is something that mixes her work with the indigenous work of Colombia. Beautiful work. Qué lindo. ¿Tienes tarjetica? So she has a card. I'm going to put her in the description below. So again, you can check the work. Mucho gusto en conocerte, Karen.
¿Cómo se llama tu nombre?
Yesenia. Antes de irme paso y te paso una tarjetica. Sí. Chao. Igualmente. Look at all of this. Sam, I want you to show this. This is something that my mother used to do on dresses. She would get a blouse of ours or a dress or something and buy a lot of beads, just like these ones, and she would decorate the bag or the dress. Okay, so all of this work comes from the indigenous communities. Gusto. Now we have shoes. Gracias. Qué lindos todos. Y esas chancletas, ¿cómo se llama el estilo de las chancletas?
De estas romanas. Esta es romana.
So Roman style. Mi nombre es Yesenia, mucho gusto. ¿Y el suyo?
Cecilia Orozco.
Cecilia, estoy grabando un podcast. Yo soy diseñadora de tejidos, pero de 2 agujas. Entonces estamos visitando y veo la feria. Les estoy mostrando algunas cosas de los diferentes puestos. Sí le puedo preguntar, por ejemplo, quién los hace, lo que usted quiera decir. ¿Su nombre es otra vez?
Cecilia Orozco.
Cecilia, Yessy, Samuel. So Cecilia is the owner of this business. I'm going to ask her to talk a little bit about her business over here. Okay? Entonces, señora Cecilia, cuénteme ¿Quién hace eso no se llama chancleta, ¿cómo se llama?
Estas son espadrilas.
Espadrilas, ok. ¿Quién hace las espadrilas?
Bueno, esta espadrila la hace un familiar que tiene fábrica en Bucaramanga. Pero yo también elaboro sandalias. Yo fabrico las de mola.
Okay, so one of her relatives, he has a factory where these are made, but she also knows how to make them.
Yo fabrico la de mola, caña flecha, que es la paja del sombrero volteado. La de lona, que también la hago. Tengo esta otra. Esta también la hice.
So this one that she's showing, she made herself. Está hermosa, hermosa.
Esta flor la elabora uno en yute. Esta es una tela que es artesanal. Se elabora la flor.
So this is a flower made out of jute, the same material that I used to make some of my bags and the ones that I used to make years ago to make different bags, and also crochet flowers, but in jute. Bueno, mucho gusto en conocerla, señora Cecilia. Muy bonito su trabajo, el trabajo de su familia.
Igualmente me encanta que me haya entrevistado porque esto muy poco se ve, pero de verdad que me agrada mucho. Muchas gracias.
No, de nada. ¿Tienes alguna tarjetica? ¿Y usted tú manejas website o Instagram? ¿Qué manejan? Oh, ok. Ok, pero para mandarle un mensaje, pero ahí tiene algún contacto. Ah, ok. Bueno, cuando monte esto, yo le mando un mensajito para que vaya viendo, y cuando tenga el Instagram andando, me muestra, me avisa para hacerle propaganda. Ah, ok. She also makes bags. So Cecilia Orozco Peña, Calzado Artesanal, Kelymar. Bueno, gusto en conocerla, señora Cecilia. Cuídese. Antes de irme le doy mi tarjeta. Okay, so I think now the other booths are very similar to the ones that we saw already. So I'm going to ask Samuel just to turn around slowly and show some of it. I hope that you enjoyed this segment. I know that I didn't translate absolutely everything that was said, but basically I tried to convey the idea of what they were talking about. This is beautiful, beautiful work. I know that it takes a lot of time to make these bags. It takes a lot of time to work on all of these pieces, and to see so many people together. I think that as a maker, as a designer, the feeling of sharing a space with a lot of people in their own creative business is just amazing, amazing, amazing. So it's gonna take for me a little while to process all of this, but every time I come here, it's like a breath of fresh air. So I'll see you on the next segment. I hope you enjoyed this one. Hi everyone, this is our last day in Cartagena, and before we leave, I wanted to share with you the project that I brought to work on this trip. I brought, I think, a total of 3 projects to work on. I'm gonna show you one right now. Since we were gonna be here, the 4 of us, my mom, and my nephew, who is still little, I knew that I was not gonna be in the right mindset to work on charts, cables, or anything like that because the knitting time has been very, very limited and I had to focus on everything else. So I'm gonna show you. I knew this like a couple days before we were going to arrive, so I had a change of projects. I put the projects that I thought I was gonna work on, I put them back in the studio, and I brought this one that my daughter helped me design. So the original design is the maple shawl. This is the last pattern release that you can see on my website, on Etsy and Ravelry, and it's knit the sample with Cloudy Delight from Hobby. Since then, I have worked on 2 other maple shawls, and one of them I brought as a finished piece to take pictures here in Cartagena. So you're gonna see that maybe on this podcast, maybe on the next one, I'm not sure, but just in case, if I have all the pictures ready, you're gonna see that project right now. So this one is knit with Bubbly Boucle from Knitpex, and the other yarn is the Ice Cream Scoop from Lion Brand Yarn. I will put the colorways on the description below, but here, if the pictures are ready, you're gonna see those pictures right here. Beautiful project. I knew I wanted to bring it here because, as you can see, the old city of Cartagena is filled with all the most beautiful colors. And since this project has a lot of color, I thought it was gonna be very fitting for the place where we were at the time. The colorway, the two colorways for this maple shawl remind me of the sunset, and this is something that I hope that you can see in this project. We watch many sunsets very similar to the feel of this shawl over here. So I really wanted to bring that as well too. This particular maple shawl is going to be available at a company on bank in the next few weeks. This is one of the pieces that I am gonna be bringing for the Gilmore Girl. It's called A Weekend in the Life Fall Edition, if I am correct. So everything that I'm gonna be having at the shop is gonna be in fall tones. So this one was very special to me to work on, reminded me of the sunsets that I am used to see over here, and the colorway is perfect for the festival. The yellow colorway on this shawl, I'm gonna explain that at the shop when I put it in there. It's gonna be featuring like the 1,000 daisies. So the whole shop is gonna be decorated, I think, like we did on April with a lot of yellow daisies. So this is gonna look very nicely in the shop. Now this one that I am gonna be working on is another maple shawl, and a few months ago, before I knew that all of the Joann stores were gonna close for good, I went with my daughter and with Madeline from Chiquita Crochet Happiness. I'm gonna put all the handles in the description below. We went together to Joann's and we purchased a few skeins of yarn. So I chose these 3 colors from Hue and Me. I am sure that if you have worked with Lion Brand Yarn, you are familiar with Hue and Me. This yarn is in collaboration with Alexi from 2 of Ones. So I saw these 3 colors and I knew I wanted to make something for them. Originally, it was gonna be a scarf, and that might have been the case if I just stayed to my plan, but because I needed something to work on while we were here, I was packing and taking care of a million things with my husband, I asked my daughter two. Let me see if I have the drawing here. I asked my daughter to please check the 3 colors, to check the maple shawl, and I found it, and to draw me something, to make me like a sketch of something that she would like to see with these 3 colors in the maple shawl. So I'm gonna show, she made me 2 versions. The other one, if I make it with, maybe I will, because I like it too. But this is the one I chose for this project, so I'm gonna show you this one that she made. So you can see the 3 colors in there, and I really like that stripe version. And this is how it is looking. So I will add, once the shawl is ready, I'm going to be adding maybe here on the YouTube channel, or I don't know, maybe let me know what you think, because I haven't really thought about this too much. I knew I was gonna make this shawl in one of her drawings, but now that I'm seeing it, it's a different yarn weight. I can put another version out there with the stripes. It's very beautiful, and the colors look wonderful together. If I may say so myself, it has been super engaging. So I work on this piece when we arrived, so maybe 4 days ago, and I have worked on this, I think a total of, I'm gonna say maybe an hour and a half, if I count all those little bits. So it's a project that you can work on very quickly, super satisfying. I was hoping, because this is a quick project anyway, I was hoping that I was going to have it ready for one of these days that we were going to be in the old city, but that was not the case. I didn't bring it as a whip to take pictures in there, because I took a few pictures with something else, and it was just too much to handle. But I am going to continue working on it, so the next time I come, if I have made more significant progress, then I will share that with you as well. But look how it's going. So I wanted to come in now and show you this project that I'm working on. And I think it's always a task when you're going on a trip, on vacation or something, to see what do you bring. So this one, as I mentioned before, it was like a last minute decision, but I also brought my Friday tea. I'm gonna show you that in another time. The Friday tea, I think I have worked on maybe a couple of rounds, because I am at another point where, again, I need to focus completely on it, and I haven't been able just to sit by myself, or being quiet and really pay attention to a bunch of instructions. But it's looking so pretty, so I'm gonna try to work on another few rounds on it, and I have not separated body and sleeve yet. Reason why I'm not gonna show that to you now, because even though I have made a little progress, it doesn't really show well in the piece. But I am gonna try to work, I don't know about myself, in the evening or early morning. But in all honesty, I get so tired when I get home that I just, when we are here in the apartment, that I just go to bed. I wake up not very late, but when we wake up, my mom and I are making breakfast for the kids and doing all the things that have to be done. So I haven't had time to just sit with my chart, my knitting, and okay, let's try to continue to move on, which is very different to this one. I just have to put on a piece of paper, on my little notebook that I brought, in what row am I, it's very easy to keep track on this project. So this is our last day in Cartagena, as I mentioned before. Beautiful city. If you ever have the opportunity to come here, I think you will love it. We have traveled quite a bit over the years, and still is my most favorite city, not just because I grew up close to here. We had a home in here as well. We had 3 homes in total. Our city home in Barranquilla, where we lived. We went to school in there and all of that, but we had 2 other homes, including one in Cartagena. So on the weekends we would be here, and taking turns with the other home that we have at the other beach in Santa Marta. We're going to be there on this trip as well, and I cannot wait. My kids are over the moon. My husband loves it here as well. My son, he says, I just want to stay and live in here in Cartagena. It is just so beautiful. It's a beautiful mix of the tranquility that the beach gives you. You can see some of it here, and a mix of a very busy city. It's a very touristic area. We have people over here coming through the year so much. I don't think there is a quiet season in Cartagena at all through the years. We have cruises that come here, so many hotels and residential buildings. It's a city that moves a lot very quickly. So we have the old city, where is where I like to come when we come here. We spend a lot of time walking the whole city, getting on the carriage, which we did, and getting the tour around the city every single time we come. My favorite author used to live here in Cartagena, so we pass his house and everything, and it always feels special. Besides, with my kids, every time we come and we get the carriage tour, for them it's new every time, because depending on who do you get in the carriage, giving you the tour, they can give you many more details. So that was the case for this one, plus refreshing the memory on some other things in the history of Cartagena. So we have also the modern city, beautiful buildings. People, they say that it looks a lot like Miami with the big, tall buildings, and the architecture is just absolutely beautiful. So if you ever have the opportunity to come here, it's really nice. You are more than welcome to reach out if you want suggestions for where to stay, what beaches are the best for adults, or if you have children, which beaches are, would be the best, because we have two, and I would love to share recommendations with you. So anyway, I'm gonna go, now we're gonna go to Barranquilla. We're gonna see the rest of my family. Here we were with my brother, his wife, and 2 kids. Then they left, and we stayed with my mom and my oldest nephew. And it's been a blast. I can't believe it's the last day. As always, when you're having a good time, passes by very quickly. And I don't know, maybe I have the opportunity at some point in my life just to stay here for a few months when the kids get maybe older or something like that. So I see you next time from Okay, and now we have reached the ending of episode 27. I brought my project today to Ciudad de Mallorquín. This is a malecón that was built in the last couple of years, and it is absolutely beautiful. You can walk for so long. My mother and I did like half of the walk, and my husband and my son, they did everything. So I'm not gonna be able to show you a lot because I didn't do much. We found a spot where we sat, and we had one of the typical desserts that we have here in the city. So we enjoyed that. We enjoyed a nice drink, and now everybody is getting ready to leave. We are being asked to go. So with that, I am gonna say goodbye to you. I hope that you really enjoy this episode. I tried to show you as much as I could from Cartagena and the little knitting that I was able to work on over there. Here in Barranquilla, I'm just working on this shawl for now because we are all together, my nephews, my whole family, so we have been enjoying a lot of time outside with everybody. So in the little bits that I am able to, I am working on this piece. So I will see you again on episode 28, and thank you for being here. If you like this episode, don't forget to like, to subscribe, to turn the notifications on so you don't miss anything, any new content that is gonna be coming your way. And I see you again next time. Thank you for joining us on our trip to Colombia.